In the world of anime, there are many series with many lessons to be told, but I believe I found a particular lesson that will change the life of any who are unaware of it. This being the truth behind luck. To begin, we'll start with establishing what most tend to believe is the definition of luck. This being a success or failure apparently brought by chance rather than through one's actions. But is this all really luck boils down to? Is luck simply a roll of the dice, nothing more, nothing less? The anime Bluelock seems to disagree. In Chapter 86, Team Rin defeats Team Isagi after an extremely hard-fought soccer match between the two teams. And once Rin decides to take Isagi out of his team in order to join his own, Isagi wonders what exactly led to his loss against Rin. Was that final shot Rin made just simply pure luck and chance? Eventually, a bit of time passes and Isagi asks Rin himself, "Tell me, why exactly did I lose to you? In our match just now, why couldn't I defeat you? What was I missing?" Rin simply scoffs and says, "Ha, it's so obvious that even a monkey could tell. It was luck." Isagi, hearing such an answer, refuses to accept it, saying that it's way too vague and he needs something more concrete than this in order to win. Rin turns around and says, luck isn't a result of pure coincidence. It's an underlying element of the field that reaches those who move by their own will. If you can't understand that, you've got no right to live in a competitive world. Simply put, Rin makes it clear to Isagi that since he decided to take action himself and move himself into the correct places at the correct times, luck was in his favor, and thus, he was able to manipulate the concept of luck and put himself in the winning position. To further explain what Rin is talking about to Isagi, Jinpachi Ego decides to interrupt their conversation and give the team a full analysis and breakdown on the concept of luck in order to award the team for making it as far as they have in the selection. Isagi contests this, saying that there's no way something like this exists. Luck is no more than luck, which is ironic because Isagi has manipulated the concept of luck before, although he doesn't know. Ego responds to this nonsensical notion, stating that that's what the losers always say. Their subpar intelligence twists reality, interpreting it in a way that benefits them. First, let me ask you, has a pigeon ever pooped on you? It's the worst when it happens, right? And it's only afterward do you notice that there's poop on the ground all around you. And when you look up, you see a ton of pigeons on the telephone lines. However, this is something you could have avoided if you noticed beforehand. So can you really say that you had bad luck? Isagi, once again, is confused by such an analogy. But what Ego is saying here is that if you paid attention and were aware of all the pigeon poop on the ground, could you really say that it's bad luck that you decided to walk into a place where they were pooping? Your chances of getting pooped on would have significantly dropped had you just not walked into their pooping range, and by proxy, reducing your bad luck. Ego continues, saying that luck is not something to be found just anywhere. Rather, it's something that descends only upon those standing where it will drop. The same concept applies in a game of football. Think of those 90 minutes as a series of inevitabilities and coincidences, improving your shooting, dribbling, and passing in order to make full use of one's strategies and formations. All of these acts are deliberated with the intention of creating the inevitability called a goal. You've made one from zero, increased the repeatability of your goals, and learned to wield your own weapons and formulas. You can say that everything you've learned in Blue Lock was for the purpose of increasing the rate of your goals. But the moment your teammates and your opponent's acts of inevitability collide, like it or not, coincidences begin to crop up. These become the epicenter of luck. Here, Ego is breaking down what exactly creates the scenarios that people use to describe as fortune or misfortune. To go back to the example of the pigeons, if you are aware of the social cue of people standing away from the area with pigeon poop on the ground, or aware of the pigeon poop literally being on the ground, or even the pigeon sitting above that area, you would have avoided the coincidence of getting pooped on. In this instance, having the knowledge of these circumstances would allow you to avoid such an event, and consider yourself to be lucky because you didn't decide to stand in that poop area. And vice versa, if you weren't aware of any of these circumstances, you'd have ended up standing in that poop area. And if you got pigeon poop on you, you would blame the coincidence of them pooping on you on nothing but bad luck. But honestly, it would have been more so a lack of knowledge and competence. As Ego goes on, He uses the example of Team Isagi versus Team Rin, stating that the coincidences he was talking about is exactly what happened in the final play of their match. The moment when Bachira broke through these three and headed for the goal, there were 5 of you who slowed down or stopped entirely, with the exception of Isagi, who had predicted this and continued to press onwards. In the judgment of that singular moment, they became spectators of the goal. Rin, instead of slowing down, sped up towards Isagi, realizing that the ball would not be passed to him. Rin grasped instantly from Isagi's blocking motion, the possible coincidence that the ball would rebound, and continued the run. Isagi contests this, saying that, "I'll give you that it was because Rin didn't stop running that he was able to make that final goal. But wasn't it by pure chance that the ball fell towards him? There was a chance that the ball could have fallen in front of someone else." Ego responds saying, "That's right. However, isn't that just a chance of who gains possession of the ball? Let's say for example that Rin had slowed down like everyone else. There's a chance the ball could have still fallen towards him. But even if he'd gained possession of the ball in that position, the opposing team's defenders would have reached him straight away. Calculating backwards the time it would have taken him to trap and shoot the ball, it wouldn't be a position from where he could make a goal. In other words, the pigeon poop wouldn't fall there. That's why Rin sped up towards a position where the moment luck dropped on him, he'd immediately be able to make a goal. At the place where if one so attempted, they could draw the winning ticket. There was only one person there waiting for his luck. When luck does come around, those who only sit back and watch will invariably waste that chance. Isn't it a given? If you aren't prepared to take advantage of that coincidence and only reach out for luck when it's staring you in the face, it'll already be too late. Only those who can foresee the possibility and prepare for it, those who have trained in order to seize the opportunity whenever it presents itself, those who have determined where that chance will fall and lie in wait, only those with that keen sense of smell will be smiled upon by the goddess of luck. Do you understand now? Luck and coincidence are both a part of football, or will you continue to whine that the results were by pure coincidence? This last segment is ultimately the most important part out of everything Ego has said here. Although he's fundamentally broken down the true concept and understanding of luck, this question is what matters the most. When it comes down to it, lucky events have always been the result of whether someone has increased their competence, skills, communication, and really anything else that could benefit them in life. So when an opportunity presents himself, they can execute on it. This is why I believe that this lecture that Ego provides on the concept of luck is so important, and is potentially the most important lesson told in any anime that I have ever seen. This lecture can't just be applied to football as it is in Blue Lock, but to every single facet of your life. It's important to truly understand this because if you don't take the time to prepare yourself, educate yourself, and become confident enough to take opportunities when possible, you will most likely miss out on a lot of things in life. Because those who do so are usually the ones who are said to be blessed by luck. Blue Lock is a gem of a show and displays many real-life lessons for its viewers to consume. And I'm surprised a video covering this chapter has never come my way, because it's truly one of the most important and most well-written chapters of a series that I've ever read, despite it not being as enticing as the rest of the chapters in Blue Lock may seem. This will conclude my explanation as to why I believe this Blue Lock chapter would change your life, and I strongly suggest that you attempt to implement this type of thinking into your life daily, as I'm sure it will help you out a lot. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, as it'll let me know that you want to see more content like this, and most of all, thank you so much for watching. I can't tell you how grateful I am. Anyways, have a great day and take care, guys. Peace.